Hi student, today we are going to do science revision form 1 KSSM part 6. Okay, so this is the continuing from the previous lesson that we did. B1, a gardener plants red and white roses plant. Okay, he wants to produce pink roses plant in next cultivation. Suggest way how he can produce pink roses plant. Explain your answer. So from this question, we know that a gardener has plant red and he got white roses. So, but he wants pink. So what must he do? Correct. Okay. So what we need to do is, of course, we know red mixed with white, so we get something like pink color. So we want to do a cross pollination. We just need to take the red color plant and we take the white color plant and we let them get married. But of course, we don't say get married. But in the terms of plant, we want to say it as cross pollination. So what we want to say is we want to take the pollen. Let's say we want to take the pollen from the red plant and transfer it to the stigma, correct or not? So you get the pollen and you just need to put it at the stigma. So we just need to put it at the word. So for this one, we just say by doing cross pollination. Okay, we do cross pollination. Pollen from red roses plant transfer to the stigma of white and vice versa. Vice versa means you can use white pollen transfer it to the stigma of red or red pollen transfer to the stigma of white. So don't memorize the answer, just memorize the keyword. Cross pollination, pollen, stigma. Only 3 keywords and you can do this question already. So let's move on to the next question. So I can say that cross-pollination is transferring from one pollen from one plant to another plant of the same species. If you want to be more specific, correct or not? So I just want to, just in case you didn't know, so I just do, okay? Let's say this is a plant. Of course, this I don't know how to draw a plant. Oh my gosh, wait. Just imagine this is a plant and here got one flower. Here got one flower. Okay, here got one flower and there is another mango plant. Here got one flower. Okay, so from transferring of one pollen, the bee take go to another plant of the same species, correct or not? Because it's only possible from mango plant to marry to another mango plant, correct or not? You cannot get a mango plant and then you want to marry to a rambutan. It just don't work. Like the DNA just don't work like human with animal. It just doesn't work that way. Okay, not like you get. How about like? But we know that a lion and tiger can mix, right? Okay, lion and tiger can mix. It depends on what you want to define species. Because lion and um, tiger, you just mix it, you still get liger. But in the science term, I will consider it as the same because in the science term, species got a lot of meaning. So it depends on which meaning you are talking about. You are talking the meaning of the characteristic. There's one meaning in terms of the characteristic of the plant, or you are talking about the meaning of species means that they can reproduce. So we are referring to the same species means they can reproduce. Okay, so when people ask me, you need to what may you mean? Okay, because the word has so much meaning. Give two advantages of stated. So of course there is one cross pollination, another one is called self pollination, correct or not? Means this flower sometimes it go to this flower or this flower go back to itself because the pollen drop back to its own stigma. So this is called self-pollination. No need to marry also can produce fruit, produce baby. Not like in terms of human, sure must be one guy and one girl, right? I mean, you cannot like guy and guy, then you make baby, okay? That just doesn't make sense. But for plant, it can. We call it self-pollination, okay? Self-pollination means you pollinate yourself. But there's different pro and con. Give two advantages as stated in B1. Give two advantages of cross-pollination? So maybe this one I can ask Vivian. So for this one, two advantages. So one of the advantages is it will produce quality breeds and resistant towards disease. Okay, so of course when we mix it is better. Sometimes we got durian 24, how I know durian 36 or what durian Musang King. I don't know what the thing. The one more durian is what the very famous expensive durian. I forget the name. But how you got different durian is see how you mix it and you get why some mango is sweeter, why this mango so sour. Because it depends on how you mix the if you are very that's why we got people like biologists, botanical, they know how to mix it to get a better produce. So we want to get a better breed and resistant towards disease. Same like human, correct or not? Sometimes we see Chinese marry Indian and then we see that wow, why the so handsome one, correct or not? Because you breed you breed it and the son become very handsome and pretty. Or sometimes I see like Malay people marry Western people. Then you produce one like very handsome people, one handsome guy. Okay, so depend on how you want to breed it. But the nearer you are to the kin, then that is the not that good. For example, you can self pollination, but the quality is not that good. Like for example, why? Like for example, a brother cannot marry the sister. Cannot, right? You know why, right? If can, a brother also cannot marry your cousin. If you want to marry, also can. It will be a taboo, and usually your baby will have problem. I don't know. Your baby maybe the Down syndrome, the head big one, the hand very short because you married to your close kin and it's not encouraged because if you marry to your close kin, the same blood one, you got this weird children that you are going to have. If you married to America, Brazil, Pakistan, then you will got a handsome and beautiful kids. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. Okay, so this question, the diagram below show the use of magnifying glass. So this is a magnifying glass, obviously, okay. Underline the correct answer. A magnifying glass uses a what lens? An object looks what? So this question. So for this one, a magnifying glass uses a convex lens, correct or not? Convex lens. Object looks larger. Convex is like what? Convex is something like this one, correct or not? Convex. Fat one. Middle is fat. Fat. And concave is something like this. Okay, concave. This one. So you need to memorize. Of course, obviously, if magnifying glass you want to make it big, so you need to use this one, correct or not? As you shine the light, we can see that there's a focus point in the middle. So you can get the focus point here. This one, the light, it will disperse, correct or not? Go up here, go up. You got a very wide picture. So let's move on to the next question. Beside a magnifying glass, state two other apparatus that use the same lens and same concept as the magnifying glass. So one thing when we read this question, there is a certain thing that we want to um, identify because sometimes we say that the one that we use in the speed mark because the speed mark got the mirror, then we see this person's tilting. But if you write that at here, you will get the wrong answer. Why? Because they are talking about magnifying glass. So they have the same lens. There are two things here. One is for example, convex lens. Another one is called convex mirror, for example. So convex lens and convex mirror is a two different thing because convex lens we can use it to focus on the image. Convex mirror is for us to able to see the image in a wider scope. So the image will become smaller because you are talking about mirror. Lens. You know what's the difference or not? Lens means like the here you can see through. So for convex lens, I already draw for you. Okay, so I just draw here again. Convex lens, the light will go here because we are talking about lens. So the image is larger. Correct or not? It makes sense. But if you're talking about convex mirror, when the mirror is like this, so for mirror you can see something like this, correct or not? Because the image will be smaller. So both also is convex. But one is image is larger, one is image is smaller. So these are the things that you want to identify whether you are talking about mirror or you are talking about lens. So for this we are talking about the lens. So maybe we can say, okay, for this one we can say astronomical telescope and microscope both also can to see the image, right, of a smaller, not smaller, okay, for Microsoft it's a smaller. Okay, so I hope you can understand. Let's move on to the next question. The diagram below shows the position of a fish that appear to be nearer to the surface of the water than it is actually. So, of course, we see, correct or not? We see the fish is nearer to the surface of the water, but actually it is not. It is further down. You see here, but this is what you see, correct or not? This is what you see, but this is the real position. Okay, correct or not? Sometimes we go to swimming pool because we see the swimming pool. Ayah, so not what? Not deep. So I just jump inside. Then your leg cannot touch the ground. You start to drown and then you start to die. Correct or not? So what phenomena of light that is involved in the above situation? So obviously the answer is reflection of light. Correct or not? The answer is reflection of light. We are talking in the terms of when you see the fish, or maybe sometimes the question say when you go to swimming pool, why swimming pool looks not deep, for example. It's grammatically it's wrong lah, but I just put a simple term. Why let's say Ali want to aim to kill the fish, but he aim lower, okay? He aim lower. Ali aim lower. Some more got any other example? Anything like why the straw the straw that one I think is different one. Okay, this is the eye. Looks bent. Okay, so reflection of light means the refraction of light. Okay, so the light from one medium to another medium where the incident ray and the reflected ray is different, correct or not? So if the question asks about rainbow, okay, let's say they say blah 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 about rainbow. Why the thing got give you a picture? What is this phenomena? So this one we say it the dispersion of light. Okay, as easy as that. So another one will be why the sky is blue. So we can say it is the scattering of light. So not much thing to remember, okay? Because you science ask here, ask there, only ask back the same thing. If you say about if you are talking about like this fish, we just put the answer reflection of light. If you want to talk about rainbow, we call it the dispersion of light. If you want to talk about why the sky is blue, why the sky is red, we want to call it the scattering of light. Another one is easy lah. Reflection of light is easy. When you see the mirror and you see back your own handsome and beautiful face, that's called the reflection of light. Can or not? Easy? Why does this phenomena happen? Why it happen? Why this thing happen? Why got this refraction of light? Why? So the answer will be because light travel through medium with different density. So the keyword is medium and density. So you can see that travel through different medium. This is the air and this one is the water. So it's different medium in the terms of different density, correct or not? This one is more dense. This is less dense, correct or not? So this one is like different medium, like one medium to different medium, from the air to the water, different medium with different density. Okay, like air has less dense than water. 比较少密度，如果比水比较多密度。Okay, so just remember these two words. Okay, medium and density. Okay, then you just make the sentence. Give two other example of the above phenomenon. Okay, another two example of refraction of light. Okay, so there are a lot of example. What is the two more example? So we can say a spoon seems bent or star appear to be nearer. A lot of example we can say the swimming pool appear to be less deep or the straw is bent when we look at the glass. A lot of example. All this is refraction of light. So I teach until here. We take a short break. I see you back again at 5 o'clock. Okay. So I see you. Thank you and bye bye.